Bismillah. Lived in two households. The husbands exercised a trying profession to provide for the needs of their household. One was a charcoal burner and the other a lumberjack. But the difference in appearance of the two houses was striking. As much as one was well kept, gleaming, orderly and pleasant, the other was dirty, dilapidated, poor and disorderly. The husbands too had an appearance which forced comparison, as much as one was clean and wore clean clothes, mended as much as the other was always dirty and ragged. As for the wives, one saw one still at work while the other indulged in overt idleness. One day the charcoal burner said to his wife, "Our neighbor makes me sad. His condition is dismal." "Min mratou," from his wife, replied his wife then. Whenever the husband felt sorry for his neighbor, his wife replied with the same expression. One day he asked her to explain to him what she meant by this formula, but the explanations she gave made the husband laugh, who interpreted it as a rivalry between neighbors. The charcoal burner made a fortune and became a wealthy merchant. He thought it was his only efforts that had led him to this success. He did not hesitate to repudiate his wife for another. The woodcutter, he bowed down in misery. His wife left him one day, accusing him of incapacity. One day, when he came back from the forest with a bundle of wood on his back, he found a woman at home who said to him, "Marry me, and together we will overcome misery." The woodcutter accepted, and that evening the woman, who was none other than the repudiated neighbor, unpacked the bundle of wood and cut it into small logs. "What are you doing there, woman?" asked the woodcutter. "This wood is rare and precious. It is highly sought after oud khmiri. It is not sold by bundles, but by small branches. Go to the king's palace and offer their wood tone." The man filled his bag with oud khmiri sticks and presented himself at the palace. He sold everything he had and received large orders which he immediately honored. His business developed and the woodcutter became a wealthy merchant in oud khmiri. We wanted to leave his miserable thatched cottage for another richer residence, but the woman advised him to raise his castle on the very places of his old residence. One day, the neighbor across the street came to find the woodcutter. "How did you manage to become so rich, you who could not find enough to buy daily bread?" A voice from inside answered him, "Min mratou." The man recognized the formula and had to bow to the wisdom of his former wife.